So Tali, wait, what is her name? Did I not add my watermark to this one? I got my watermark to that one. Kim Young, right? That's her model name. So I met her at work, and she was wearing this really cool, it was during COVID, mask. And I just went up to her and I was just like, I remember when she was standing next to me, and I kind of just talked to everyone around me. And then I was like, we should be friends. And she said, but we already are friends. And I was like, oh, my heart. And so I asked her if she wanted to model at some point, and she said, absolutely. And then she showed me her Instagram, and it turned out she was an exotic dancer for a while. So that was interesting. But she was really, really cool. And we were supposed to do a vintage shoot, but she didn't really have any clothes together, so she showed up with lingerie. And especially since I knew at the time I wanted to do ministry work, I definitely didn't want my work to have a pornographic kind of flux to it. But at the same time, I thought, well, how can I use what I have in front of me? And she brought this really cool Oni mask. Oni is Japanese for like, it's kind of like demon, but I think you can also just say like dark spirit. The Japanese good spirit versus bad spirit isn't so much like the American demon versus angel. It's just a spiritual influence. So I have a thing for monsters, and I'm trying to think of another way to put this. I have a thing for monsters and might, I guess you could say, like monsters that are mighty and near undefeatable. In case you don't know me, so every shepherd in Christianity has certain giftings that their flock is drawn towards, or that they can use to help their flock be secure in life. So one of my friends, her gifting is she's really good with gentle souls. I am not. And she would always tell me, like, you need to be nicer, you need to be more gentle. And I'd tell her, like, I don't know how to do that. Like, you think this is easy to, like, how you're just generous to everyone and real soft-hearted and real soft-spoken. I can't do that. That costs me 100 or 1,000 units of emotional energy. But I can go and find someone that's caught in depression, caught in like a hellish sort of lifestyle, caught in anger, has a violent heart, and I can spend 0.1 or 1 with my tank that has between 100 and 1,000 units of emotional energy at any given moment. And that's why Christians argue a lot, is we forget that we have different gifts, and it's hard to remember other people don't have your gift. So for example, my roommate can multiply 4-digit numbers in his head. You know, you can ask him what's like 1,200 times 1,526, and he could go and come up with the answer really fast, really fast. I can't do that. But I can look someone in the eyes and come up with like a long list of information about them, and he can't do that. My other friend is really smart, and he would always say, oh, humans are really dumb. And I'd have to remind him, no, we're not dumb, you're just really smart. And he goes, well, it's easy to be smart. No, that's your gift. It is not. My friend can remember a lot of information, and then she'll get mad at me that I don't remember this information and add it to this information and come up with this information, so this information is true. And we fight about that all the time, and I have to go, Morgan, I don't have your gifts, just like you don't have mine. So I was very excited that she had this demon-esque mask, just because it looks cool, and she's cool, and she's pretty, and the erotic industry is kind of monstrous in and of itself. It kind of corrupts the human heart or the human soul certain ways in certain directions. And so I was happy to make a kind of reflection about that, like, what do we have here? We have the monster. We have an industry that's really boisterous in ways that are not appropriate but tolerated. So Big Mouth, right? So I brought the camera close to her, and then I've got the orange and the red. I liked this mask too. Masks don't always come out this well, but we used it really well, I thought. I darkened the upper and bottom parts of it to bring focus to the center. I like the shadows around the teeth and the shadows around the tusks and the nose. It's just great. There's like information here, but not a lot of information.